Hi everyone, welcome and thank you for being here. Today's video is about fasting. Yes, nil by mouth. Have you ever fasted? Do you fast? How often? And if you don't, is it something you want to do or it is not in your plans at all? I have just completed a 74-hour fast. I started fasting in 2020 when I had some breast lumps. They were not of concern, but they bothered me. So I was looking for a way to get rid of them. So I started fasting. And my first fast was a flop. I think I shocked my body and I did not do it right. I wanted to do 72 hours, but I only did 65. At hour 65, my body could not take it anymore. I was palpitating, I was restless. I even wanted to go to hospital. But then my husband told me, why don't you just eat? It's the eating, it's the lack of food. So I ate and I settled. Then I told God, I can't be doing the right thing and feeling this way. So I started to research and find out ways of easing into these long fasts, because this one I think I just shocked my body. I just came up and said I want to do it. So I started from down: 12 hours, 16 hours, 18 hours, 20 hours, 24, 36, 72. And my longest fast was in 2021 when I did 5 days. It was a crazy thing to do because at this time I had suspected I was pregnant with my third child. And I had been planning for this fast from the beginning of the year. So I wanted to do it in July. But at the beginning of July, I had visitors. I was hosting. So there was no way I'm going to fast and I'm the host. So I pushed it a little further. And I told God I am not going to test. I know it could be there, but I'm not going to test until I'm done with this fast. So I did my 5-day fasting and then I tested and it was positive. It was a crazy thing to do because I was 5 weeks pregnant. And after the fast, now I started being worried. What has happened to my baby? Is she normal? Then I waited for the test at week 6, at 6 months, to see if everything is okay. Everything was okay, but I was not convinced. I said, until I see her, then I will know that everything is all right. She's my strongest baby. She's my healthiest baby. And I'm grateful for her. So after that, I had the baby. During breastfeeding, I never used to fast a lot. I only fasted when she had the flu. And this helped with her healing. I would do a maximum of like 26 hours when she had a flu, and in 3 days or less, her flu was gone. I think there's something about fasted breast milk. And she healed very fast in those periods when she had a flu. Then I went down on the fasting in 2022. I was not fasting a lot. And until 2023, when a friend of mine reintroduced me to fasting, and I am glad I joined that program because from that point, I started fasting as a lifestyle. So usually I do 16 hours of fasting and then 8 hours of eating. Sometimes I don't even record. I just know if I take my dinner at 8, I'll eat at 12 the next day. And recently I have started incorporating the fasts into my cycle. And I find that it is easier for me to fast between day 10 and 20. And then between day 21 until my periods, I don't fast, because that is when my body needs nourishing. It is preparing for the bleeding that is coming into it after 28 days, on day 28. And so I have incorporated it into my fasting. I tried fasting on, because they say for a woman who is still in her menses, it's easier for you to fast from day 1. I tried to fast at day, I think, 8 or 9. I wanted to do the 72-hour, but I only managed 24. And sometimes I don't even plan for the fasts. I say as the Spirit leads. Even this one, I had wanted to do 72, but it flopped. I think on day 9 or 8 or 10. So when I woke up on Sunday, I felt like fasting. So I just said, today is the day I'm going to do it. So after dinner at around 9:30, or was it 8 something, I just said, this is the time I'm starting, because I felt good to do it at that time. But I always make sure that my long fasts are not from day 21 to day 28. Day 21 to day 28 is my queen bee era. I feed, I nourish my body to make it ready for the shedding of the uterine wall when my menses come. And so it has been my lifestyle. I have made it into, and sometime last year, there was a time I could not exercise. I was on bed rest. And so I used fasting as a way of maintaining my weight. And so also it's easier for me to do the 16 hours because I don't take wheat because of my wheat sensitivity. I developed a wheat sensitivity. So I don't take wheat. So breakfast for me is always almost out, because when you are gluten sensitive, there are very few things you can eat. There was a time I took sweet potatoes until they started giving me heartburn, so I slowed down. Yesterday, I wanted to end my fast I wanted to end in the morning. I don't like ending my fasts in the evening, because then I'm going to eat. After eating, I go to bed. Where is this energy going to be expended? So I had planned to break my fast in the morning. That would have been around 80 hours, but my body refused at 74 hours. So I had reached the goal. I just wanted to extend it a bit, and when my body refused, I just took coconut water, a cup of coconut water. Then that was able to replenish my electrolytes. My body calmed down and I went to bed. Then I woke up in the morning and took my breakfast, which was sweet potatoes and avocado and cashew nuts and a cup of unsweetened lemongrass tea and rosemary. And so that is my fasting experience. The thing about this last fast, usually when I fast, I don't do number 2. But this time I was surprised to do number 2 on the 3rd day. It was a surprise for me. For those who fast, when you fast, do you do number 2 or it is not there until you are done? For me, I had the first experience, I did number 2 and I was surprised. And I have loved it. It was not as easy, especially on the last day. I thought I was going to break it, I think on Tuesday. At that time I was at around hour 42 or 45 because of the back to school runs. I had taken one of my girls to the salon and it was hectic, and then I thought this might be the day I'm breaking this fast. So I carried my coconut water in case things changed, but it didn't. So I was able to do it until the final day. If you ever fast, if you have ever fasted, comment below and let me know your experience. Once again, thank you for being here. See you in the next one.